a great day. So let's get this day started. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the vlog. Today is the 11th vlog and today is January 22nd, 2025. So right now we're going for lunch and then I'm gonna talk to you about sharing things that I've thought of today. So first and foremost, I think it's important to discuss about priorities. And with that being said, our first priority that comes with ourselves, our family, our close ones, and of course safety. So starting off with our parents, by being a children of their own, we are children of our parents, each one of us. So whatever our situation is, we should make them proud of what we do, our achievements, before it's too late to show them, you know what I mean. So we need to do things as best as possible and to achieve what is accomplishable. When opportunity comes, you should be doing it. Don't ignore it. It's gonna be a waste of time and stuff. So always do things when you can do it, especially when you're sure of it. And secondly, your close ones, your close friends, your close relatives and such, don't forget to value them and prioritize them, just like your parents. And the next one is yourself. You need to focus on building up yourself, becoming a better version of yourself, So, and the next one is safety. Always think of safety. I mean, it's the top priorities, So, as for me, for my own experience right at this very moment, I'm a student athlete. So, with that experience, I have the priority, the responsibility, the accountability of being a good child of my parents, as well as doing great in my academics and my grades, just like what we talked yesterday about ACADS. That's what I've learned from those classes. So we need to know our priorities first, to know what is the first thing we should prioritize, because if we don't have those vision of prioritizing, like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, and you cannot do it at the same time all at once. There are things that called multitasking, but with multitasking, I think it speaks about only certain things that you could multitask, just like listening to music while driving. That's kind of multitasking. Or like doing your homework while you're doing another homework and such. And lastly, like when you're talking to your parents and someone calls you on the phone or texts you, you can do that at the same time, and that's called multitasking, doing things at the same time. So you should know your priorities, on what's important first. Just like what I mentioned, our parents, our family comes first, and the people that surrounds us comes first. The close ones. Then of course yourself. We shouldn't forget ourselves. Are you safe and such? You should take care of ourselves more, because if you don't care about yourself, then how are you gonna care about others? So it makes sense, right? So in that being said, I think we should acknowledge in our everyday lives and have that little self-reflection on what we should really prioritize about, what we should give attention most of the time, because you never know when the time that might be too late, that you might say in the future, darn it, I should have done that earlier, or that I should have done that when I was told to do it. So I hope no one gets that regrets, because you cannot reverse or like change, because it's irreversible. Once it's done, it's done. Just like when the damage has been done, it has already been done. Just like saying of when a glass breaks, let's say it shattered into pieces. Once it's broken, you cannot just glue it back together, although there's might be some technology that could do that, but in a sense, in a physical scientific way, just like in a general knowledge, if you break the glass, you cannot just simply put it all back in with just bare of your hands or like such, because it's already been broken. It cannot be undone. Like sticking stones, you cannot get affected by it because it's broken, right? You could heal a little bit, but not so fully healed. It's like if you get injured, you have that history of injury. That's why doctors always ask if you have a history of surgery, injuries and such, and like past like medical history, trauma, allergies and such, and viruses and such. So into those things that shouldn't be given attention to, that it's like a waste of time. Let's say you have a bad habit, just like I think many could relate, like what, smoking, vaping, those things is such a waste of time, money, and especially endangering yourself to becoming sick, because your lungs is not built for that. I don't know why people smoke. I don't smoke. So you shouldn't put yourself in a negative way or put yourself in a hardship way if possible, because you're the one yourself would suffer. And what more worse than that is, the people around you, your family, your parents could suffer as well because of your wrongful decisions. The people surrounding you could be affected by your so uncalled, undecisive and wrongful decisions in your life that may affect other people into your wrongful acts or words that you might say to others. So there's a saying that think before you act, think before you speak. Always think. Like there's a series that it's okay to not be okay. It's a K-drama. You should like think, then you should count 1, 2, 3, then really think deep about what you're gonna do, if it's gonna really have a good effect, a good a good outcome, a good cause, cause from the effect you've done. If you don't really think deep about it, you will regret it in the near future. So yeah, and that comes up back to us to priorities, because if you know your priorities and you're really straight within your priorities and you're strict about it, you're focused, you're mentally stable about thinking your priorities, then you don't have to really worry about anything. Because just like business talk, you don't just decide on your own. You don't just, do this, do that because you need to, but you need to set as a priority to achieve and to really qualify that goal of yours. Because when you set your priorities straight, you could be, on top of the world even, and you could like set a great example for other people as well. Because when you do that, your life would be a lot much easier than it was before, because you have that plan, you have that that goal to achieve, and with that plan and the actions of your critical thinking and decision making, it really says about what you really prioritize first, because when you prioritize things according to their own category and self, you're really gonna be up in the game. You're gonna be like, it's an advantage for you. That's why priority is very important. And to add into that, time is really gold, as they say. Time is very valuable. The 1 second that just passed right now is very valuable, because while you're breathing air, while you're looking around and stuff, you would appreciate the moment, in the present time, that you're gifted, you're capable of doing this, doing that, being this, being able to eat that, being able to do this. You're talented, and you shouldn't take things for granted, and that applies to everything in general in life. Don't take things for granted, especially your parents, your friends, because once they don't trust you, it's gonna be hard. You're gonna break down, or like have that deep self-reflection about, why didn't I trust that, why didn't I do that? Anyone who believes in you, you should don't let them go, because it's just gonna be another ways of people come and go. Trust is a very important, and that's why we prioritize the people that surrounds us, not just giving out, just for the sake of like what, to achieve something for your own, and that's called being selfish. You should learn how to give and take to people. You don't just take and take. You need to also give to others, and you shouldn't like be a selfish person of, oh, I'm taking this, I'm taking that. Alright, you should learn how to forgive, to give out your blessings, your things in life that you might have been gifted a lot, like money, fame, food, clothes, shelter, cars, and such. You shouldn't take those things for granted, because once you did and you keep leaning on that and depend on those things, but when the time comes when that's gone, you're gonna be like the same people you ignored back then. So trusting them more and having their priorities in their life can make a great significance of showing trust, respect, and true passion about yourself, about being a good person as you are. Because let's face it, the truth will come out, if not now then later. So always do the right thing, and people will eventually spill out the truth, because that's what life is. you know whatever you do, in life, even if you're the best secret keeper, the truth will come out someday. you know if you're like a Catholic like me, you would know that God knows everything. Even though he's not here spiritually or what, or physically, he knows what you've done. So just, if you're not really religious, just think of like a CCTV or such, or someone's looking at you, observing you, or like, let's say your boss in a job, or like your professor in school, or your teacher. In simple words, that you should act as you should, what is right. Don't do wrongful things that you will really regret in the near future, because if you don't change what you are doing wrong right now, then you're really gonna regret it. Trust me, I've been there. Because as human beings, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect. If you're religious, God is perfect. And yeah, so nobody is perfect in general, because us human beings, us people, make mistakes all the time. You don't know how much wrongful acts have been done, but we tend to correct them, but we should really avoid them in the first place. Wrongful things, and we acknowledge that wrongful act, we should reflect and change and interact and accept that faulty, that that wrongful thing in your life that you've done. You should never do it again. And that comes up to me. The next one is about lies. You shouldn't lie. It's connected to trust. If you lie to other people, especially your parents, close friends, then they found out you lie and didn't tell the truth, what would they feel? If you were in their situation, what would you feel? Wouldn't you feel betrayed? Wouldn't you feel sad that they lied in front of your face? Or if not in front of your face, or not in front of you, and you notice they are not telling the truth, you would feel sad. You would kind of feel burdened. That, am I not that enough for you? Don't you trust me? And that's why people come and go at times, that their trust has been retrieved and brought back, because they didn't show their true colors, their true selves. And to end off into conclusion, you need to show your true self. And the people that surrounds you would stay in the end, in the whatever happens, in the future, or when you get a family of your own. If you have a family, they would stay in the end, like even from death to, like, I don't know. But yeah, whatever you do, you would really see those real people around you. And I think anyone can relate, is our parents. whatever you do in life, even if you are really good, you're a good person, good Samaritan, and even if you did a bad thing that you didn't really do, or like intentionally or not intentionally, that made you like what, let's say criminals, you know, your parents are always there, you know. They wouldn't give up their own children, and if they showed like they're mad and stuff because they love you, you know, those people you should value, you should change for the better, not just for your own selves but for your family. Think about your parents, the people that raise you up to be a good person. It's not too late to change if you did something wrong, you know, but don't forget the people that believes in you, you know. Always think of that. The people that believes in you is the people that would stay the longest, or that would stay infinitely, because that's what real friends, real relationships, real friendships are. So yeah, I think I've said enough. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and comment down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow because it's the daily vlogs. And keep safe out there, guys, and remember priorities, right? That's what we talk about this in this video. So you can see here in the title, priorities. So yeah, don't forget to watch all of my videos as well. There's a playlist here, as you can see, and subscribe right there. So yeah, go binge watch my videos. So hope you learn a lot, because I did, from those sharing of my thoughts from today. So yeah, guys, see you guys tomorrow, and yeah, Games Up T signing out.